Welcome to Monday Morning CTT Consciousness Transformation Technique. It's October 2022. I want to thank those of you who've signed up for, I have a couple announcements and then we can get started this week. The spoon bending course that I'm doing, the spooky spoon bending this weekend. And if you haven't signed up already, I see some names here that have signed up. You can go to eventbrite.com and just look for spoon bending, and ours is the only event listed. But we're going to help you use the power of your mind to melt some metal this weekend. Are you signed up, Liz?
You know, what time is your thing?
It is at noon or noon Central Time, 1 p.m. Eastern, Saturday, October 29th, I think. Yes. I should have had that listed, but yeah, check for that. You can sign up. There are still spaces available. I'd recommend going to Goodwill and getting some forks and spoons to bend. And
Yeah. That's loads of fun.
It's going to be a hoot.
It's going to be a spoon bending party. That is awesome. I went to one of those before. I went to it was at the conference in New Orleans, the International Remote Viewing Association, IRVA. And they had bags and bags and bags of spoons, different types, right? Really good ones. And it's great. And
how did you do?
I was the first one to bend the spoon out of a group of, I think, 75 people around. I even beat Paul Smith, Billy, the original Stargate remote viewers. I beat all of them.
Last time I went to an event, I was one of five, like out of 40 people, me and 5 people were the only ones able to bend the spoon. And I had a request from my remote viewing last time to have a spoon bending party. So I thought, what better time than pre-Halloween? So that's going to be exciting. The other thing I wanted to mention is my remote viewing course starts November 8th. If anyone's interested in that, you can email me or go to my website, realityforecast.com. The third thing is, if you've ever had an anomaly happen and you wonder what happened and you don't know what happened, or if you want to know anything about anything, anywhere, anytime, you should write it in a paragraph and send it to me at remoteviewit@gmail.com. And I might use that as an upcoming project in my remote viewing training. So I just thought I'd leave that out there. We have a light turnout today. So I don't know if you want to go through CTT or if you want to open the floor up to questions. It's up to you.
No, we can do CTT. That's very important. It's a busy week. Look, I'm a realist, right? We're going to do CTT because we are going to put out the recording.
And are we doing a Halloween CTT Monday? Next Monday? A spooky CTT Halloween?
Oh, Halloween. Oh, I have to think about that one. That's a good point. Maybe not. Probably so. Actually, yes. Let's go ahead and say yes.
All right.
Because you know what? We're not trick or treating at 9 a.m. Like nobody's home. So we'll do a Monday. Because the CTT is so insanely important, right? So somebody asked a question before we start. If I can go back to that question. Just wondering, when following CTT scripts, do we need to say it out loud or could we just repeat it in our heart and our mind? Okay. Yes and yes. Yes, you can say it out loud. I recommend that you do. Why? Because we've noticed that when the energy is leaving our body, it tends to leave out of the mouth. That verbalization, that vocal cord action, whatever you want to call it, it tends to push it out that much more. Yes, you can say it in your heart and in your mind, but I recommend that you say it in verbalized form. Okay, I like your vampires. Somebody said, I feel like I'm using my mind power to get parking spots in New York. Listen, I know what that's like. I lived in a big city once, many moons ago, and it's very difficult. So I thought today we could do this. A lot of times we want to win at life, right? But we can't. We just seem like we can't win. The more I think about this and the more I do CTT, And I've been doing tons of CTT sessions lately in reading. I mean, it's just crazy, right? Everybody wants CTT. They're tired. But the more I think about this, we're in a game of life, and we've all heard that, this game called life. And it does feel like a assimilation, right? You can call it that. But we have all of these challenges. It's like, we're trying to jump through hoops and jump over hurdles and get where we're going spiritually and conscious mind and body and subconscious. And we're not winning, right? It's hard to win this game. And what happens is, we end up coming in, second, third, fourth, whatever place. And all of that stuff that got in our way and we weren't able to jump over the hurdle, we got stuck, right? We fell down when we tried to jump the hurdle with us to the next lifetime. We take it in the spirit world and we take it to the next lifetime, right? So I'm like, we need to find a way to win at life. I mean, are you guys on board with that? Like tapping to find how we win? Yeah. See? Yeah, it's like we want to win, but we're just being held back all the time. Okay, so is that good with you, Ronan?
I was just seeing the game of life and I was trying to remember how to win because I haven't played it in 20 years, but I think how to get ahead at the game of life. I like it. Yes.
Yeah. And that's another point, right? So some of us, we get tired and we just stop playing the game, right? We're done. We're just not even going to bother. So then we end up trapping ourselves in all sorts of ways. And we know we can't win. So what's the point?
And that creates a self-fulfilling prophecy too. So if we create in the simulation theory an avenue where our manifestations are coming at us more quickly, more rapidly, we're going to start to see that. And that too will be the self-fulfilling prophecy. So I think we need to manifest that ability to know, express, and recognize these treasures in and all around us, and that ability to make those treasures come towards us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I agree. So we get so stuck, and that's just a shame. All right, so let's open, okay? And we'll just go ahead and open. It is a light crowd, but that's good. Hey, you know what? It doesn't matter if you have 3 people or if you have 300 people. What matters is the intention of everyone who's here. And I know all these people, and they have good intentions. Okay, so let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
There's a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest an optimum etheric pyramid, as well as an optimum etheric Faraday cage, for the empowerment and protection of each one of us. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now. It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease. Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love. Healing, information, permission. And deep relief and joy now. So we're going to win this, folks. We're going to win. I can feel it already. Information transfer is now complete. So be it, it is done. See, when you remove these blockages, and you start to win, everything just flows in naturally, because everybody's like, money block, money block, money block. Okay. Money block is just a very small portion of what is stopping you from acquiring that natural flow of abundance coming into you, right? Joyful abundance. Let's be clear. Joyful abundance comes in many, many ways. If you're not winning at life and you've got all these blockages, I don't care how many money blocks you remove, it's not going to, make you an instant millionaire, because you've got fear and you've got anxiety and you've got grief and you've got despair and you've got powerlessness and you've got this and that and this and that and phobias and whatever else you got going on in there, because we're very complex beings. You're trying to undo the work that has been done within you, the patterns, the programming, first of all, for however many years in this lifetime, but then you're not even thinking about how many lifetimes you've had as seeds, as trees, as grass, as insects, lizards, fish, birds, whatever, mammals. And then you've eventually evolved into human form. And now you've had loads of human lifetimes. People want instant gratification. And just, we want to win, and we're trying to win, but we're trying to erase thousands and thousands of lifetimes, right? So just keep the faith and just know that you're chipping away at it. So let's do the next round, which is going to be treasures. Okay. There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
There's a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest.
Easily and joyfully manifest.
The ability to see, recognize, and use.
The ability to see, recognize, and use.
And also enjoy.
And also enjoy.
The treasures in and all around us.
The treasures in and all around us.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our mind, body, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep joy now.
And deep joy now.
So let's all take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Great. Okay. Now the next one is my own modification. I've told George, he really likes it. So it's my own modification. It's about the optimum activation of our spirit teams. Okay. Because we need to not only protect ourselves and what we're doing, we're playing with energy. Energy's not a toy. Okay. You don't want to put your finger in the light socket, right? And pick up an electric shock from someone else. Okay. So the next one is going to be, we're activating our spirit teams. Okay, let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
Easily and joyfully manifest.
Easily and joyfully manifest.
The optimum activation.
The optimum activation.
Of our spirit teams.
Of our spirit team.
That will take away all negative energy.
That will take away all negative energy.
Heal it.
Heal it.
Transmute it.
Transmute it.
Into white light positive energy.
Into white light positive energy.
Back into the universe.
Back into the universe.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us and them now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us and them now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our mind, body, and spirits are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
You cough. That's good. So just a quick question for you, Ronan. When we say our minds, bodies, and spirits, why do you and spirits?
Why do I what?
You don't use our minds, bodies, and spirits.
Our minds, bodies, and spirit.
Yeah, spirits. So you want to, this is why the wording is so important. This is a great example. Our minds, bodies, and spirits, right? So we just did a tapping for our spirit teams. So if you're saying like our mind, bodies, and spirit, so you're saying my mind, my mind, which is singular, and then you say plural bodies and plural spirits, well, you've just left out the optimum activation of the mind part of the spirit teams. So I really, and this is just great. You probably didn't realize that was happening, but this is why when somebody was asking that question about the script, I have, done a load of sessions with lots of different people. I've tried to, like I've said before, I tried to train 2 people up, total disaster. George and I did session after session after session with this one medium. And unfortunately, that person just makes, this is why the script is really important. So when we're doing our minds, bodies, and spirits, we want to make sure that's plural.
Plural with all 3.
In order
right.
that, yeah, in order that it encompasses everyone, because we're tapping as a collective. Now, if you're tapping at home and you're in a singular form, right? My mind, body, and spirit are receiving love. Okay, fine. However, when we're doing like the optimum activation of the spirit teams, that's really important that we include not just our mind, but we include everybody else's minds as well, because we're tapping on their behalf. Just remember, our spirit teams, they don't have arms, right? They don't have hands. They don't have body parts. They left the body here on the earth plane, okay? That's what happens. We leave the body, we bury it, we cremate it, whatever happens. The body is left here. So when you go into the spirit world, you don't have, that tapping ability. So we are, yes, they're adding in etherically, but we are also tapping on their behalf. Okay, so any questions regarding that?
So it's not a possessive plural, but it's a plural nonetheless. Got it.
Yes. It's yes, you want to make sure it's all encompassing.
I see words in my head, so I
like
had
the
to make sure
grammar
there wasn't an
teacher.
apostrophe there. So
No, there's no apostrophe. It's our minds as in plural, not as in possessive. That's exactly right. So
good.
For all of those kids out there listening today, I know they really don't teach you this stuff because I got kids and I'm having to teach them how to speak properly and teach them how to do cursive, which they don't teach that either anyway. Of course, all of us are laughing because, we were taught cursive, or most of us, and they don't know how to read cursive. So if I want to encrypt anything now for my kids, I just write it in cursive, like a cursive note to my husband, and they can't read it. Okay. And it's usually something like, the ice cream is hidden in the back of the freezer. And they can't read that. I love it. All right. So let's start. We're going to win at life. Okay. I feel like we all need to win, and I want everyone to win. That's why I do what I do. And I'm for the people. And so is Ronan. You're for the people. We're all for the people. And let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest
easily and joyfully manifest
the ability to win at the game of life.
the ability to win at the game of life.
We will be able to jump over those hurdles.
We will be able to jump over those hurdles.
We will finish the obstacle course with ease.
We will finish the obstacle course with ease.
And we will collect many, many medals at the end.
And we will collect many, many medals at the end.
Emotional, psychological, financial, relationship, all of that.
Emotional, financial, all of that.
Psychological, financial. We can't say financial. We want our big golden shiny financial medal, right? As well as our emotional level medal and our psychological medal. We're going to win. Life is a very complex thing. It's like a chess match, right? We're going to win. We're going to win the race. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission. You're so funny.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep joy now.
And deep joy now.
So let's all take a deep breath. I can already feel an elevation, in consciousness with this round. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Okay, what did you get?
I have this sort of pain on my neck, like above my chest on the right side. Like it's a clavicle pain, but not my clavicle, like to the inside of that. So when we started talking about that last round of tapping.
Wow. So that's really important. I'm picking up on fear as I tune into you. There's a lot of fear of having to play this game again. Actually, I think your statement, even though jokingly, I feel like it was very important, which was, I haven't played this game for 20 years. Okay. Subconsciously, a conscious mind, that was a joke, but subconsciously, that's not a joke.
I was talking about the board game.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But a lot of people just check out, right? They check out of the game. And what I'm picking up for you is this fear of, I got to get back in the game. So that could be a career change. Okay. That could be, I've stopped investing and maybe I want to try my hand at that again. That could be, I've checked out of my marriage and now I'm going to make an effort again. That could be, I checked out of a relationship with my family. It could be a multitude of many different things because we check out on many different levels, right? But unfortunately, sometimes we have to go back into that game to process. And that's what I got very strongly is you got to process. Now, what came through for me is, maybe for the group, but came to me was, we have to have the hardest life lessons possible in order to try to win. Okay. Because winning is hard. sometimes, because we do have this board of advisors, right, in the spirit world, I forgot their actual name, but I can personally tell you that I have taken my consciousness up to that board of advisors and I have slammed my fist down on their table. It's like a boardroom meeting, right? They're making sure everybody's sticking to their life plan. Everything's going smoothly. Yes, lessons are hard. And I've gone up there and I've shouted at them many times because sometimes these life lessons are just too hard. Okay. And I'm sure everybody can agree with that. So I'm saying there has to be another way than just this hardship all the time, these very difficult life lessons. So let's tap on that. And you guys don't forget to drop in the chat what you got, because whatever negatives came through, they're very relevant. So don't forget to just type in the chat if you did get something through. All right, let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
Let go and heal.
let go and heal.
Very difficult life lessons
Very difficult life lessons
are an absolute necessity
are an absolute necessity.
in order to win the game.
Can you repeat that?
In order to win the game of life,
In order to win the game of life,
we must be defeated.
we must be defeated.
We must experience defeat. We must get knocked down many, many times.
We must experience defeat. We must get knocked down many, many times. And I put the bowling icon there, like the pins in bowling.
That's perfect. Yeah. We have to experience lifelong trauma, lifelong trauma.
We have to experience lifelong trauma.
It's locked within our DNA.
It blocks within our DNA.
Yeah, it's locked, L-O-C-K-E-D. It's locked within our DNA.
It's locked within our DNA.
And it's our destiny and our path.
And it's our destiny and our path.
We have to suffer.
We have to suffer.
Suffering is the only way we learn.
Suffering is the only way we can learn.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep relief now.
And deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Sorry about that little pinging noise. That's the Discord. It just pings and pings and pings all day long. Sorry about that. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it. It is done.
So be it. It is done.
What did you get?
So throughout the tapping meditation, I've seen this outline of a door with energy behind it, and the door just tilted to its left. So now it's a rectangle door that's not a door, but it's turned on its side, looks more like a picture frame with energy surrounding it behind it, but it's still black and there's nothing in it.
Ooh, that is very profound. We got somebody with throat tightness. I got throat tightness as well. That's okay. We're going to clear that out. That's very normal. That means you've managed to, move some of that energy around your body and it's trying to leave, but there's some resistance there. Okay. And the resistance is an indication of two things. A, you've lived with this for so long, you don't want to let it go. B, we haven't hit the bullseye. Okay. Now, the door thing is very profound. I have come across the door many, many times. I have tried to open that door. Sometimes the door handle burns my hand. Sometimes it's just impossible. I'm locked and I can't open that door. And then one time, I actually, when I felt a huge shift during the CTT, I managed to open the door. But when I stepped outside of the door, I was standing in space. And it was like, okay, now what? Right? So even though we open the door, we have to make sure that there's something good on the other side of that door for us. Okay. It's just like crossing the finish line or winning a game. Now we've won, but we have to make sure we can then progress further. That's really relevant, actually, because when we're faced with lots of tend to, or most of us, some people, it forces them into a level of emotional and physical inactivity, right? Challenges are too hard, and then they may need to tap through the fact that their resistance to even facing those challenges. But, oftentimes that high or that, revelation or euphoria that we get from being on the other side of that finish line, we made it, and then we feel deflated because there's nothing else to look forward to. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, certainly.
Spirit just gave me all of that. Sometimes I get a little tongue-tied, and I'm sorry about that. You guys have to understand, I'm having like 3 conversations at once. I got somebody over here wanting to talk, somebody standing there wanting to talk. Spirit world, I have, they're all wanting to talk, and I'm trying to get pieces of the puzzle in because everything that they have to say is very relevant. So sorry about that. Okay, so fear of boredom. Exactly. If my life isn't difficult, how will I possibly enjoy? Like, what do? I'm not used to enjoying myself. So how do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not used to that. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do? That's a good one. Okay. So let's tap out some more. The throat tightness. I'm not going to say your name because it's going out on a recording. So I don't know if I can do that, but the throat tightness, I'm getting fear for you, and anger. There's a lot of anger about the challenges and the fact that the life is structured this way, even though, guys, we all design this ourselves, right? So let's tap. There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
There's a part of all of us that knows how to
let go and heal.
Let go and heal.
This ferocious anger.
This ferocious anger.
This is unfair.
This is unfair.
Who designed this plan?
Who designed this plan?
Why do I have to go through it?
Why do I have to go through it?
And even when I do get to the end.
And even when I do get to the end.
I have nothing else to look forward to.
I have nothing else to look forward to.
That part of our beings is willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings is willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our mind, body, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep relief now.
And deep relief now.
So let's all take a deep breath. And I'm asking our spirit teams to take away all of that negative energy, the locks and the bolts on those doors. We can't open them. They're forbidden. This is insane. This is insane. This life is insane. The hardships I've had to face, it's the struggle. I can't believe that I'm going through this. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
So somebody put, it's like a cosmic joke, right? That's perfect. It is like a cosmic joke. You mean not only do I have to come down here and have all my memories erased because I have a brain and I can't function without one, right? As a human, everything's gone. I now have to re-experience a lot of these events that have happened to me in a past life because I couldn't overcome them in a previous life. So I have to bring them forward into this lifetime. And now, you know, not only am I bound by societal man-made laws, but I also have spiritual laws that I have to live by as well, right? So when we're trying to open that etheric door, it's like it's almost sealed shut. We're not, you see what I mean? That was a very good thing, Ronan. What did you get in this last round?
Oh, just that it was opening up more access portals that were still closed, like, a dozen windows and a dozen other doors and different configurations, not flat, but tilted diagonally. So there were still impasses, but there are more escape routes that are blocked.
Ah, okay. What did you guys get in the chat? Anybody got a tight throat, tight chest? Cosmic joke, I think, pretty much sums it all up, to be honest. Yeah, tight throat for me too. Okay, let me look in. Anxiety about healing myself. Anxiety about healing myself. Let's tap on that. There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
let go and heal.
Let go and heal.
All of these negative emotions.
All of these negative emotions.
That resist.
That resist.
The CTT healing.
The CTT healing.
Anxiety.
Anxiety.
Fear.
Fear.
Depression.
Depression.
Powerless.
Powerless.
Feeling helpless.
Feeling helpless.
I can't control this myself.
I can't control this myself.
I should depend upon others in the spirit world to take care of me.
I should depend on others in the spirit world to take care of me. I got survivorship guilt.
Yes, survivorship guilt. Fantastic. My prayers should take care of this.
They should take care of this.
I shouldn't need to do anything extra.
I shouldn't need to do anything extra.
I feel hurt.
I feel hurt.
Will I grieve my old existence?
Will I lose my old existence?
And will I grieve my old existence?
Will I breathe?
Grieve.
Grieve my own old existence.
What else? I'm scared to let go.
I'm scared to let go.
My conscious mind stands in the way.
My conscious mind is standing in the way.
What else?
I don't know what's in front of me.
I don't know what's in front of me. What not knowing is scary.
Not knowing is scary.
I could just end up in a black hole.
I could end up in a black hole. I could lose myself.
I could lose myself. My soul is lost and confused.
My soul is lost and confused.
I don't know where I'm going.
I don't know where I'm going.
I have no purpose.
I have no purpose.
I can't see the way forward.
I can't see the way forward.
So I enjoy the struggles because they hold me back.
So I endure the struggle because they hold me back.
Anything else? Okay. A part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Very good. Healing, information, permission,
Healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. And on the exhale, I'm going to say we're letting go of this cosmic joke, some sick cosmic joke. Whoever designed this is dark. I'm furious that my life has been designed this way. And I always just am constantly trying to make it. I'm always striving. I'm always trying to get through the struggle. This is abuse. This is abuse by the spirit world. Ooh, gosh, a lot of big things are coming in. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Gosh, we are enslaved. What did you get?
I felt like cotton was coming out of my mouth, and I felt like we are like looked at by the spirit world as taking on something they don't want to take on. So, we always look down upon ourselves that we're in this life, but living this life takes courage.
Right. Actually, that's very important because we should be kinder to ourselves and our soul that we had the courage to come back down here in the first place. Now, I'll be honest with you guys. I don't feel like we have a choice. I feel that, we get pushed back down here anyway, even if we're kicking and screaming. And the fact that we're kicking and screaming on the way down into the tunnel, and somebody said we are enslaved. But as we're coming down here, we make life that much harder for us. So I've actually done CTT sessions where the soul is like, I don't want to be here. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing this again. I have been through this thousands of times. You do, the conscious mind is speaking like, you do what you want to do, and I'm going to do what I'm going to do, and I don't care. And when you get to those sorts of levels, that's where you find people in this deep depressed state. And we really have to work on tapping several rounds to get that soul to be activated and motivated again. So that's what happens if your soul comes down kicking and screaming. In my case, I was very happy to come back down here. But like I said, I constantly, several times in my life, I have gone back up to that board of advisors, the board of souls or whatever they are. They're in charge, like directors. Just like, a board meeting running a company. And I have screamed and shouted at them that, hey, you want me to do this, 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 and this, and you guys are making my life impossible. And so that's really interesting. So let's tap for this enslavement. Oh, does rocking back and forth during tapping help? That's what I do. Guys, when I'm sitting here, I'm rocking back and forth. Now, George Duisman, the creator of CTT, who created the bare bones of it, he basically sat, he doesn't anymore, but he sat in a rocking chair. Unfortunately, he's not very well. So he sat in a rocking chair, and that's how he did his sessions. And anybody who went to George in the Zoom room, right? You, Ronan, you've seen him in the Zoom room. What is he doing? He's sitting in that chair.
Rocking.
And he's rocking back and forth. I had to give him a new chair once because he rocked so much the other chair broke. So rocking is what I do.
I can still hear that squeak. Yeah.
Yeah, the squeak. Yeah. And he had to have that chair. Unfortunately, he's laying down now. But he's not in the position to do any CTT sessions at the moment. However, that he had to have that particular chair, didn't he? So anyway, let's tap to get rid of this enslavement and to take back our power and control and to win. Okay, let's tap for that. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There's a part of all of us that knows how to
let go and heal
let go and heal
this conscious mind enslavement.
this conscious mind enslavement.
We've been put here against our will.
We have been put here against our will.
Our struggles are too big and too strong.
Our struggles are too big and too strong.
We cannot possibly overcome them.
We cannot possibly overcome them.
We make too many mistakes.
We make too many mistakes.
Our mistakes put us further and further in the struggle.
Our mistakes put us further and further in the struggle.
We can't see any way out.
We can't see any way out.
This is a hopeless situation.
This is a hopeless situation.
The tapping doesn't work.
The tapping doesn't work.
I can't possibly control my consciousness.
I can't possibly control my consciousness.
What else?
I'm destined to suffer.
I'm destined to suffer. I'm destined to fail. I deserve to fail.
I deserve to fail.
I've done horrific things in my past life that I have to be punished for.
I've done horrific things in my past life that I have to be punished for.
I am in karmic debt,
I'm in karmic debt,
and I will remain this way.
and I will remain this way. This life is an atonement.
This life is an atonement. Anything else? We haven't hit the bullseye. Let's finish this one out and I'll go in further. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission,
Healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
I felt that shift. So let's all take a deep breath. I felt something shift. That's good. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
I felt a huge shift there, guys. Did you feel that? Yeah, they did. Awesome. Anybody got any throat tightness or chest tightness? I don't think so. I felt that leave. I thought we were going to have to keep doing more rounds, but I felt that leave. It was like, boom, it's like a weight lifted off of us, right? That's how you know this is working. You feel lighter. Now, for those people listening to the recording or in the room, if you're feeling your head tingling, don't worry about that. That's just your brain rewiring. Okay, that's perfectly normal. All right, so let's tap to manifest some good things, okay? Because you know, we need to replace that struggle with white light so we don't have more struggle coming in. You get rid of one struggle and now here's a new one and here's another one. And here, no, we don't need that, right? No, I'm tired of struggling. Okay, so let's tap. There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
There's a part of all of us that knows how to
Easily and joyfully manifest.
easily and joyfully manifest.
The ability to replace struggle.
The ability to replace struggle.
With optimum joy and contentment.
With optimum joy and contentment.
We won't worry what is on the other side of the door for us.
We won't worry what is on the other side of the door for us.
We've gone through the door.
We have gotten through the door.
And the path is paved with gold.
And the path is paved with gold.
Enlightenment.
Enlightenment.
Forgiveness.
Forgiveness.
And kindness to ourselves.
And kindness to ourselves.
Anything else? Okay. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep joy and relief now.
And deep joy and relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Whew, how's everybody feeling? This was a heavy one. Lots of yawning. That's great. Yawning, all releasing. That's awesome. Are you all feeling good? Is everybody feeling good? Yay! Everybody's feeling good. That was a big transformation, because we have so many blockages that stop us from winning. And winning has all sorts of different perceptions and definitions, right? So as I said to someone yesterday, other people may measure their success in many different ways. I always measure my success in A, being a good person and being honest, and then B, or it's probably tied, A and B are tied, how well I raise my children. That's how I define my level of success. Now, other people can define their levels of success, in many different ways, but that's my gauge. So it's whatever winning means to all of you, whether you want to be comfortable, whether you want to be enlightened, whether you want to be loved, whether you want, to have a perfect whatever it is, right? Whether you want a lot of students, whether you want a lot of customers, whatever it is you're doing, promotion, but it's whatever winning means to you. Okay, so let's tap to close. Again, I've said this before, but of course, we've got a lot of new people coming in and a lot of new people to the channels. Let's tap to close the session. This is very, very important. You must do this step. You should never leave this out. In fact, I've trained you all so well that when you come to me for private CTT sessions, you're like, oh, don't forget, we have to close. I'm like, yes, that's right. So you're all doing very well. Okay, let's close. There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
Easily and joyfully manifest.
Easily and joyfully manifest.
Optimum guidance.
Optimum guidance.
Positive emotional fulfillment.
Positive emotional fulfillment.
Gratitude.
Gratitude.
Self-love.
Self-love.
And the ability to joyfully win.
And the ability to joyfully win.
In all of those wonderful spaces we just opened up.
In all of those wonderful spaces we have just opened up.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings is willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Spooky. Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep joy now.
And deep joy now.
So let's all take a deep breath. You guys, Ronan cracks me up. He is so funny. And if you don't laugh, you'd cry, right? See, that's why the British have such a good sense of humor as well. I think they're so oppressed that everything's hilarious. Those Brits out there listening will know what I mean. Oh, gosh. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it. It is done.
So be it. It is done.
Yeah, I can say that because I'm British, right? Well, that's great. So thank you very much. And we'll stop the recording here
Check
and
the
hold
Discord for
questions.
Halloween. Yes, Halloween. No. And everybody, I'll see you at spoon bending this weekend.